Hello and welcome to this how-to video from Dynamics Northwest. Today we're going to be talking about recurring purchase and sales lines in helping you prepare purchase and sales documents for your vendors and customers. We all have those vendors or those customers where every time we create an invoice for them, it's the same lines, whether it's GL lines or item lines. They're always the same as they go on those invoices. So we want to find a way to automatically add those lines to make it easier for you. So with recurring lines, you can go ahead and add those. So we'll look at setting those up. We're going to start with purchase lines, and we're going to add them to a couple of vendors and then show how the purchase invoices get created. So we're going to go ahead and search for recurring purchase lines. And when we take a look at that, you'll see I've got some already set up. I'm going to go ahead and look at this one called payroll. We're going to go ahead and manage it and edit. So from this screen, you can see we create a code and a description for this recurring set. We add then our lines. In this case, it's all going to be GL accounts for our salaries and our payroll expense. We can default in a quantity. We can even put our dimensions on there. In this case, I'm going to add some department codes. So I've got a couple set up. I've got this one set up for payroll. I've got another one set up for paint. And you can see on this one, I've even added comment lines. And so we'll see how those all get brought into the document. So once you've created your documents, you want to come over to your vendors and add those. So as I look at my vendors, I'm going to open up one of my vendors. I'm going to go to related purchases and then recurring purchase lines. It's going to open up this blank screen now where I can add my recurring lines. So for this vendor, I want the payroll to be part of it and I want the benefits to be part of it. Now over here on the right, you can indicate for the various purchase documents, do you want those lines to be added automatically or do you want to be able to add them manually? So in this case, we're going to add them automatically. You can do it on quotes, orders, invoices, and credit memos. I'm just going to sit here for the payroll and say I'm going to add the payroll ones automatically on invoices. Everything else will be manual. For my other vendor, for my raw material vendor, I'm going to go ahead and add the other recurring purchase lines. So I'm going to add the paint to that one. And that one I'm also going to set up to do always ask. You can see there's a couple of options where I can add it manually, I can add them automatically, or I can always ask. So this one I'm going to set it always ask, and I'll show you how that'll manifest itself. Now with those set, we're going to go ahead to our purchase invoices, and we're going to create a couple of purchase invoices. The first one we're going to add is for our payroll vendor. So I'm going to type in the vendor number for the payroll vendor, and you can see that as I tab out of that field, the system will automatically go out there and grab those salaries and salary and payroll expense lines and bring them into my purchase, because that's the one group I said I want you to post automatically. Now the other one is out there that I can certainly add those lines if I wanted to. All I would need to do is come over to prepare and get recurring purchase lines, and you can see all the purchase line codes that are assigned to that vendor. So you can have a lot of purchase codes out there, purchase line codes, but you assign them to vendors and then they're available for that vendor. So in this case, I'm going to select the benefits. I'm going to hit OK, and you can see it goes ahead and adds those lines. Now I can go ahead and put in whatever cost or other information that I might need for that particular vendor. As you'll recall, we also had the other vendor with the item lines on it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that one. Same process. Open a purchase invoice, type in the number. Now in this case, you can see because we said always ask on the purchase line, that I get a message up here at the top saying that there are recurring lines that exist for that vendor. Do we want to insert them? Click on Get Recurring Lines. It'll show you the lines that are available. Highlight that, click OK, and it brings in those lines. You can see it also brought in the comment lines. So if you have certain comments that you want to add to that vendor or to those lines, you can certainly do that. Once you do that, go ahead and process the invoices as normal. Now this process also works for sales invoices. So you can have recurring sales invoices or recurring sales lines in this case. So I can go ahead and I can set up those kind of things, and same kind of process where you're setting up a code and you're setting up description with the items or the GL accounts you want to use. It's a little bit different than when you add them to your customers. So if we go ahead and we go back to our list and go to our customers, go ahead and add that same process, go to related, sales, and recurring lines. You can see we can go ahead and add the code and the insertion instructions for the lines, but I've also got a few other things. I have some valid from and to dates that I can use for that code. So if this recurring line set is only available for a certain date range, I can set that in. I can also set payment methods or terms specifically for that, for those lines when I create those invoices. So this is a great feature with Business Central, allowing you to kind of speed up your process and make the preparation of purchase and sales documents a lot easier for you. So take a look at it, see how it can help you in your organization. If you have questions about this or any other topic about Business Central, go ahead and give us a call here at Dynamics Northwest. You can reach us at info@dynamicsnorthwest.com or by phone at 253-653-3769. Have a good day.